Well, I think if you're challenging his ability to be a leader, then they're going to come out and give you their take on it. So, if that's the question, if that's how it's framed, then of course that's what they'll say. I mean, I think there's much more to this. I think there's absolutely no doubt that this looks self-indulgent, that there are people that didn't want Boris to win in the first place. There are people that have been with or that have been overlooked, and there are people that have never reconciled themselves to either Boris or Brexit. And now we're seeing that play out. You have to remember that when Boris got to the last two to be selected by the Conservative membership, he only got 50% of the parliamentary vote. Now, today, he's likely to get far more than that. But of course, it'll be framed as disappointing or a failure. And I don't think it is.
The thing is, though, Royston Smith, while you're clearly backing your Prime Minister, at this stage in the day, Theresa May, it was already done and dusted. There are enough declared MPs by 2 o'clock after a vote of no confidence was announced at the 22 committee that it was clear she was going to win that vote of no confidence. On the latest count of declared MPs, Boris Johnson's still in the mid-80s, still 100 MPs short, 100 declarations short. The weight of money in the betting markets is now moving against him. If he wins, but he doesn't win really, really decisively, shouldn't he make way to give your party a chance to bed in a new leader before the next general election?
No, but that's the way it's going to be framed, isn't it? And it doesn't come as a great surprise to me that is the way a lot of the media will frame it. Here's the thing. I'm out in my constituency all the time. I'm known for it. I was out over the weekend. Of course it was a Jubilee weekend, but I would have been anyway. And my constituents are not telling me overwhelmingly that they want Boris to go. Some of them are fed up. Some of them, don't like it. But you know what a lot of them want to do? They want to stop talking about it. And I'm sure that, if we were to take the Prime Minister out today, then we could all stop talking about it. And some people would be very happy about that. But the question I put to all the people that are trying to get rid of the Prime Minister, and I have done when they've spoken to me, is if not Boris, then who? And if you don't know who, how do you even know that this will be better? And worse than that, if the next one that comes along that isn't Boris Johnson isn't your cup of tea, then do you start this whole thing all over again? We have to just get behind the Prime Minister and get us to the next general election, because I still think he is the one that will win that for us.
It seems to me the Conservative Party is developing quite a habit of ousting their leader before their time is up. And as you were saying, it does appear rather self-indulgent. But the problem is, if he survives this, everyone's saying, well, look, if he survives this, let's package it up, let's move ahead. But that's not going to happen, is it?
Well, that's the ball's in your court a bit there, isn't it, really? Because, if the media want to just constantly obsess on this forever, then they will. And they have. I mean, every time I turn on the radio or open a newspaper, this is all we talk about. Now, fine, if that's what you want to do, then this won't draw a line under it tonight. But the thing is, it should do, because we have got a cost of living issue. We have got Ukraine. How do we know where that's going to spread in the future? So what we're going to do, start being self-indulgent and look for a new leader who we don't even know will be any better or any different. And the worst of it was, my constituents gave me 50% of the vote in 2019. They've never done that before. They didn't wake up one morning and say, do you know, Royston Smith was a decent chap. We've all been doing the wrong thing for year after year. They did it because of Boris Johnson. So if people want him to go, fine. But they need to know what might happen if they succeed in getting rid of him.